Hello everyone, my name is Christian and welcome to Super Mario Land. Released in 1989 for the Nintendo Game Boy. Anyway, let's get started. Now this is a totally different Mario game. Well, it's not different, you still got the platforming, the jumping. It's pretty much like the original Super Mario Brothers. You collect coins, and you get mushrooms, and you get power-ups all around, and you jump on enemies. But this game, unlike the previous games, was not created or had anything to do with Shigeru Miyamoto. This was created by a totally different person, and it does not count as canon to the original Super Mario Brothers. And we're in... as the game goes on, we find, totally different enemies that you never saw in the original game. Like these insect enemies that you see right here, which are called fighter flies, I believe. Yeah, that's what they're called, fighter flies. The power-up that I have right now is some kind of ball attack. It's not like the fireballs from the original game. Apparently you shoot out a ball that bounces around in different areas, and it could really be helpful for collecting coins. We just beat this first stage, and there were two different areas that you can go to beat the stage. There's a top and a bottom. If you go to the bottom, you just go to the next stage. However, if you go to the top, you can play the bonus game, which will allow you to get extra lives or maybe just a flower. But the bonus system is definitely better than Super Mario Bros. 2 USA. Now, there are some common enemies that you might find familiar. We have these enemies, which are related to the Goomba. They're called in this game they're called Goombo, actually. Yeah, Goombo. These enemies are Koopas, but they're not the Koopas that you would expect. They're called bombshell Koopas. Every time you jump on them, they will go into their shell, and then their shells will explode, which is why they're called bombshell Koopas. And we just beat the first stage. Actually, the second stage. And I wasn't so lucky this time. Okay, we are now in the third stage. Now, I have a question for you guys. By the way, that's the Piranha Plant, just in case you wondered. Anyway, I have a question for you guys. Does this theme sound familiar to any of you? just listen really carefully. It might sound familiar to you. I'll give you 5 seconds, 5 more seconds to guess. This theme came back in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That's right, it came back in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This theme right here that you are listening to. And that's all I've got to say about that. Anyway, now I'm going to talk about the different types of enemies in this game. Like this one is called a Gao. It likes to shoot out some, like, fireballs, I guess? Oh. And it likes to shoot fireballs. And here is the first boss of the game, which is Nakuba. His name is King Toto Mesu. Sounds pretty Japanese, but that's the name of the boss. The first boss. The first boss of Birabuto Kingdom. Thank you, Mario. Oh, Daisy. Yeah, it's not Peach. It's Daisy. Well, at least a fake. Instead of Daisy, it was a firefly. Fighter fly, actually. We just left Birabuto Kingdom, and now we are in Muda Kingdom. By the way, it can become very common to the point where you might go inside of a pipe, and you'll be surrounded by a bunch of coins. I would have gotten those coins, but I couldn't because I didn't have a ball to get those top ones. What's with the jumping fish? Just look at them. They're soulless. Well, all they have are... I mean, they're just a bunch of... skeleton fish. And they might have a name. Oh, they do. They're called Honin. Make sure to watch out for the seahorse character that shoots out fireballs, which is called the Urarin Boo. Urarin Boo. That's what they're called. And we just beat the bonus stage, the stage, and we just got 3 extra lives in that bonus stage. What I just defeated was called a Mechabone. Or a Mechabone, probably. I'm not really sure. But I'll leave it to you to figure out how to pronounce it. I don't think you can slide under certain like slide into tiny spaces, but if you can, it's really hard to. And this is what the bouncing ball does. It just bounces all over the place, and you cannot shoot another one until it disappears. And that's how it works. It can be useful, but at the same time, be very weird. And that is just an example of what a bombshell Koopa does. And that is an example of what a Mechabon does. I'm not really sure if you can kill the Ubaran Boo with a ball, because the ball is just going right through it. So probably the best chance of defeating it would be to just jump on it and make it count. Otherwise you're going to fall. Oh, I didn't make it. Okay, so now we are in an underwater stage, and Mario is riding inside of a submarine. Because apparently he can't swim in this game, so yeah. The fish enemies are called Turion. All they do is just swim towards you, and you have to shoot them before they do. I don't know why, but for some reason... Oh, and they do that. I don't know why, but for some reason... Well, I forgot what I was going to say. Watch out for the octopus enemies, which we just passed by, or... Oh, there it is. This octopus enemy is called the Gunion. And if you didn't see, we just passed by a gigantic... Oh, never mind. Introducing the boss fight of this kingdom, Dragon Zamasu. And that's done. Thank you, Mario. Oh, Daisy. Are you kidding me? Princess Toadstool didn't transform into something like that. Ugh, these disgusting enemies. we are now in the next kingdom, which is called the Eastern Kingdom. But for right now, we're running out of time, so I'll see you in part 2. Watch out for the bullet biff.